Hey YouTube, squadron mates, how you guys doing? Dan the Plastic Man here. I hope you guys are doing well. Before I begin this review, I wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to all of you who expressed your condolences at me losing Sweetie. She was a bit of a troublemaker, but she made some videos on this channel fun. And for those who are interested, she was put down last Wednesday on what was last Wednesday, December the 21st. She was put down that day, so she will be hideously missed. But again, thank you to everybody who expressed condolences and sent me messages and everything. But I am back now, guys, and I've got something that I really want to show you. It's time to review the RE100 Bawoo. I'm very excited to bring this review to you guys. So first and foremost, I'm going to do something a bit different than most of the other reviews that I've seen. Here is the Bawoo Nutter, which is just the lower half of the torso and the legs in flight mode, or drone mode as I call it, since there is no, there is no cockpit. You can see that the detailing on this is superb, as with any kit. As with any kit that is a RE100. We've got a couple gimmicks here in the form of a piece that falls off, even though it really, as you can see with this hook here, it's supposed to just go in there. It opens up just a little bit for when you actually make the Bawoo itself. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and we're going to turn it into the legs of the Bawoo, and then I'll put it together, and that's when the full review will begin. Because I love the Bawoo in flight mode, but when you put it together, man, is it a nice suit. So, when on the high grade, I wanted to show you guys something. The RE actually has these notches cut here and here into the thigh pieces so that you can lock the skirting armor in place. I think it's a really fun little gimmick and helps keep the skirts planted, so as it were, so that they don't go flopping around. But all you have to do, this is one of the most idiotically simple transformations. You just turn the legs like this, turn the side skirts down like so, and get the front skirts out of the way. We've got toe covers as we pull the feet out of their tucked-in position and then push them back, because there's a double hinge in here for getting these tucked away. And then we just roll down the heels, and one of the heels just popped off. So here we go. Now, why are you fighting? Because you are not supposed to be doing this to me. This is my first review back, so why are you fighting? Okay, now that looks to be. Why is it leaning so? Why do we have a lean going on here? There we go. That's what it was. It's the fact that yours truly didn't have the feet equalized. You gotta keep the secondary hinge in here. You gotta keep that nice and balanced. So let me set that off to the side, just making sure that it's as it needs to be. Now here is the meat and potatoes of the Bawoo itself, the Bawoo Attacker. Now before I show you the actual Bawoo mobile suit mode itself, just look at all the detailing and the way the color apps work on this. I mean, I'm in love with this kit, guys. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. I am absolutely in love with this kit. I'm going to tell you, though, there was one piece that I cut off on the trees that I was very scared I was going to ruin. And that is... Do I have a spare... Yeah, I do have a spare Saber Blade. Or even better, I've got my trusty little pointer here. This Neo Xeon symbol right here. For those of you who get this kit based on my recommendation, be very careful with this. The connections are right here and right here. So if you cut too close, this will break. Be very careful cutting this off. I nearly did it myself. And there are actually 4 pieces on this whole section here that I had to glue down because of how loose they are. So the pieces I had to glue down are the missile holder right here, the missile holder right here, and both of these propellant tanks on the backpack. They were just way too loose, and these kept falling off. The missiles will still rotate, as you can see, but the holders themselves were just not cooperating. So, enough about the Bawoo flyer, or the Bawoo attacker. Let's get the rifle out of here so we can start with making this the Bawoo in mobile suit mode. Come on. There we go. And out. Then you're just going to roll that back into the top of the rifle. The handle will come down. And then the shield will open up like so. I really love the fact that the color apps on this are spot on. And there's very little detail painting you need to do. You can definitely come in here and do some detail painting, and then you've got lining opportunities up the absolute wazoo. So let us take care of turning this into mobile suit mode. Roll the arms down. Well, roll them up, I should say. Take care of that. Pull the cockpit down, and there's a very cool gimmick here for the cockpit transformation. This will actually double inside of itself. There's a piece right here, and this folds down, and that is going to lock in with the cockpit itself and make sure that it's tucked back at the right angle, which will pull the head up. And you can see that. You can then roll the shoulders back up to where they need to be. And push them down as you also roll the backpack down. And then pull down the thrusters and be very careful rolling the wings over. The joint is quite tight and you don't want to go breaking anything, as I have been known to do on this channel every now and then. I'm looking right at you, Buster, Double X, and Gundam X. Now, make sure, note the height difference here. You've got to push this polycap down to lock it in. And then, let me get that back out of the way, open this up, take the legs, extend the arms out here. Now, even though it's slotted in very easily for me, note the gap right here and the 2 prongs here. They have to face forward, and then it'll just slot and lock in. You've got the thrusters on the back. They come in and lock everything nice and tightly together. Pull the backpack back down. Rotate the missiles vertically. And what I think is actually one of the coolest transformation gimmicks on this suit, if I can get the arms to cooperate with me, is actually the wrists. Because you can see right now the wrists look like thrusters. All you do is take the beam sabers off and get your fingernail in there and roll this piece 180 degrees, and there is the wrist. There's the wrist ball socket. Just pop the hand in, pop the saber back on, and there you go. I'm going to leave this hand off real quick because I'm going to go ahead and show you how the rifle will clamp into the hand. I mean, it's just your typical take the hand apart, but still, I'm at least going to get the wrist rolled around and take the saber, plug that back in. Okay, now, here is the Bawoo in mobile suit mode. Let me start the turntable. There are absolutely no stickers on this kit. Everything you are seeing is color apps in the plastic. The only stickers that the only like foil seals that they give you that I did not use are for the mono eye itself, and then here on the beam rifle they give you one for the scope, but as you can see I hit that with my metallic green Gundam marker. So I'll let this spin around just a little bit more, and then we'll go through articulation and mobile suit gimmicks itself, and then I'll give you guys my final opinions on this kit, which, as you can probably tell, they're gonna be quite positive. Now, this is the first transforming RE100 that we have ever had, and I'm hoping it is not the last. So, pulling him off the stand, the head gets a little bit of up and down because there is the whole being able to duck down for transformation, and then you've got left and right. You are not in a million years going to get any kind of a full exorcist out of this. You can get a very minimal funky chicken, but let me get my thumb out of the way. Very minimal funky chicken, nothing spectacular. The shoulders will rotate 360 degrees, even with the wings. You don't have to get them out of the way. The arm will rotate 360 at the bicep. You get a 90 or about a 100 out of the elbow, which is respectable for an RE, because these are supposed to look like MGs but not be as detailed. So the wrist will rotate, and you've already seen one gimmick with the beam sabers being on the wrist. Another gimmick is this opening hatch, which has the grenade launchers in there, since this suit is pretty much Neo Zeon's copy and mass production of the Zeta Gundam. You saw that the side skirts will move and twist. The front skirts will move. This little piece will move. The back skirt will not move at all. It is a solid piece. And you can and the backpack does have a good amount of articulation to it, in the form of the wings being able to pivot all around, but some of that is for the transformation. But you can still move them around a little bit just to get some extra clearance in certain spots. The legs will come on. The legs will come this far forward. That is a very tight joint. I was being as careful as I could with it. The knees are doubled. So pull the legs back. And the legs will come out this far. You can see that it is not there's not any kind of a swiveling hip joint like on Sazabi, New, High New, anything like that. And then the feet have their nice rock. They've got the whole transformation gimmick, and then you can fold the toes down. And that is it for articulation. It's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst, and it is more than passable for what this kit is. If I could get these feet to really cooperate with me. Hello. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. Somehow, the connection for the cockpit, which is up inside of this piece right here, it came loose on me, so I had to get that back into position. Now let's see, is this guy nice and steady? He is quite steady, but why are these knees fighting me so? Let me get these back. Okay, now I can actually get the skirting. Oh, and I forgot. You actually do have a small amount of torso swivel, which is absolutely amazing to me given how limited the articulation on the high grade for this kit is. And you've already seen the beam sabers and you've seen the beam rifle, but how does the beam rifle peg in? You just take the hand apart. The handle of the rifle has a tab. Tip the camera down. Just close it in. Lock her down. Plug it in, and you are good to go. The only other accessory is, of course, the shield, which, for those of you who don't know, these 5 circles right here are actually, they're mega beam cannons, if I remember right from my study of this suit. And that will just clamp on... Where? Where does it clamp on? Should clamp on... Well, son of a baconator. Alright, it's going to clamp in right here on the forearm in the indentation on the grenade launcher. And then it's just going to stay there. And here we have it, guys, a fully equipped Bawoo. And you do get 2 yellow Saber Blades, just your typical Saber ones. So, for those who want to see what a completed Saber on this guy looks like, I've got a green Saber handle, Saber Blade here. Just plug it in and boom. No mess, no fuss. But there it is. One of the sharpest looking REs that I've seen. Actually, no, it's even better than the Ifrit, but the Ifrit itself was amazing, so... I love this kit, guys. Get it. You will not be disappointed. For those of you who want to know, absolutely I will be getting the the P-Bandai Re-Bawoo. I'm actually using the legs from that suit in Gundam Breaker 3 on my custom suit, but I had such a fun time building this, guys. I wanted to do this review so much sooner for you, but Sweetie happened, so... I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe to me, leave me some comments. We're always looking for new squadron mates. And speaking of squadron, I've been talking with one of your fellow squadron mates, guys, and I've got a nice little surprise for you guys. The next giveaway I told you is at 1,000, and the goal to hit 1,000 is May 22nd, 2017. But this little surprise I'm planning for you guys, if we can hit once we hit 750 subscribers, then I'll show what it is. And it's something that you guys can have, that you guys can get, and distinguish yourselves among the YouTube communities. So, I'll let you guys chew on that for a little bit. Take care of yourselves, guys. Thank you again so much. It's good to be back. I've missed you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.